Hey, hello everybody, welcome back to one more Tom Clancy's Division 2 video. So today's video I got a build for you guys. This is the build probably that I've been using the most lately because it's something that I make kind of like a hybrid between DPS and also healing for yourself, because I'm making this build mostly for solo players, but you can use this as on a team play, and I'm gonna show you a better option, just something that you can change and will make it even more viable for a team play. So nowadays on the Division 2, right, to pop a med kit you have to go on a cover and wait like 3 seconds to actually apply that med kit. I call it like changing the tampons, to be honest with you. But for those 3 seconds, sometimes a NPC might go and push you, and before you finish that up, how many times that happened, right? Before you finish popping that med kit, an NPC comes and just finish you off, right? So the purpose of this build is kind of like to have that DPS, but you have that healing, so you don't have to rely on your med kits. So this is gonna be the build. First of all, I went on the specialization, the gunner. Now the reason I went with the gunner is because I'm using a LMG, like I said, and I'm using this particular the MG5. You can see it right there on my back. Now if you're using the MG5, I would say go with the gunner, because with the MG5, once you unlock the 15% LMG damage right there, you get the large pouch, which will give you an extra 50 rounds on that LMG, putting it at 100 rounds, right? So I'll use it for that, because just 50 rounds on the LMG, I don't feel it's enough, right? So might as well go with 100. I think that's a better option. Now the gunner comes with this talent right here, barrage, which is increase the rate of fire by 5% after a kill for 5 seconds, which is really good. And also you have also the a coupler, which is every third reload is 50% faster. Now the second option in here, if you're going on the group, let's say you play a lot more in the group, I would say go with the tactician, right? So with the tactician, what you get this thing right here, which is enhanced diagonist, which is 10% skill healing that's gonna add up on top of the healing that we have right now. And also by equipping tactician specialization, you get this, which is a +1 skill tier without having to spec into one gear that has skill tier. So you get a 3 skill tier, 4 reds, so 3 yellow and 4 reds with the tactician. Yeah, so that's the option you could go if you want to get more healing and you want to get more skill power overall for your team. Now going back to the build, we do have a LMG as a primary and a rifle as a secondary, because we do have these 2 pieces right here which will add damage to both of them. We have the Overlord armaments and we have pressure of defense. Both give damage to LMG 10% and one give damage to the rifle, which is 10%. So going on the LMG, we do have the MG5 right for this. It has 10% weapon damage on mine specifically, 9% damage to target off cover, and 7.5% critical hit chance. I will max this out once I get it. Now I would recommend getting on the attribute critical hit chance in here, because we're going with a talent fast hands. Critical hits adds a stack of 4% reload speed bonuses to a max of 40, right? So the stack will max a 40. I will recommend crit chance because you want to crit as much as you can to reload that LMG fast. What's the downside of LMGs? It is the reload speed. So reload time is 5.2 seconds. That's a long reload speed, right? But if you crit a lot with this talent, the fast hands, you will reload really fast. So that's why we have that in here. Going for the mods, we have crit chance mostly everywhere. So on the scope, 5% crit chance. On the magazine, we have that large pouch that we get from the gunner, which is plus 50 rounds. And then on the laser point, we have 5% critical chance and also a 5% critical chance on the muzzle brake. Going for the M1A, which is one of the hardest weapon in the game right now. It hits super hard. We do have this one, and I have critical hit chance also everywhere with this magazine that gives us plus 5 rounds. This M1A, I'm gonna have the talent boomerang. You could go with the name M1A that gives you the talent lucky shot, I think. Where is it at? Yeah, lucky shot. It is a good option too, but I have 4 M1A, so I could change between both, you know, actually all of them, right? So right now I'm going with a boomerang because I want to crit and get that 40% increased damage if I crit and the bullets return to the magazine. So that's what I have for the M1A. Now going to the gear, you see I do have one piece of gear of different brand sets, and I will explain why. So let's start off with the gloves and the knee pads. Like I said, they're both named items. So the knee pads is the famous fox sprayer, and then on the gloves we have the Contractor Gloves. You guys heard of them, but the gloves, the specialty of it is because it has a 11% damage to armor that you will not find in any other brand set, right? And then on the knee pads, the special thing about it is that it's because it has 15% damage to targets out of cover, which is really good and is multiplicative. So those are the two special, you know, name items that everybody's running because they add a lot of damage to your build. Now let's move on for the rest of the build. Let's start off with the backpack, right? So the backpack, I went with the Grupo Sombra, and I do recommend going with this for a few reasons. So first of all, at least adding one Grupo Sombra to your build gives you from the brand set bonuses 15% critical hit damage, and we need that to this build for more damage. The second reason I went with the Grupo Sombra on the backpack is because it comes with a yellow mod slot, right? So I need that yellow mod slot to add these repair skills 18.6% to my build. Remember, we're going with a kind of like a medic DPS type of build for solo players, so we do need in most of the build critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and repair skills. So that's what I'm looking throughout the build. So this backpack has weapon damage and core attribute, critical hit damage, critical hit chance, and that mod, like I said, repair skills. The talent, I went with a companion because I'm going with a build that I'm gonna be always close to my skills. I do have the repair drone, which is the fixer drone, and I have the healing hive also for this build. So that's why I have companion, because companion, while you are within 5 minutes of a ally or skill, the total weapon damage is increased by 15%. So I do have companion in here. You could go with the vigilance though. Vigilance will be good to increase the total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage will disable that buff for 4 seconds. It works great too, but at the moment I do not have a better backpack compared to this one for this specific build, and companion goes really good on it, right? Moving for the mask, we do have a Racher and Kaiser mask in here. Why? Because by having one of them on your build, you get the first bonus, which is 15% incoming repair. That's gonna be for yourself. Now when you play on a group, that itself is not really gonna help your teammates, but it will help yourself, right? Incoming repairs. So that's the only brand set that gives you that on the 1 bonuses, and it comes with a core attribute plus 1 skill tier. That's why I went with that on the mask. And not only that, it has a blue mod slot, that way you can add this 17% incoming repair mod on it, right? And then the rest I will look for critical hit damage and critical hit chance, like I said. Now moving down for the chest piece, we have a Alps Summit armament in here, because by having one in your build, this is going to be very important, because one Alps Summit in your build will add 15% repair skills as a bonus of the brand sets. The core attribute is going to be a +1 skill tier. We do have a total of 2 skill tier on this build. That's good enough for what we're looking for. And then the attribute is going to be critical hit chance and critical hit damage, like I said. And then on the mod slot, once again, I went with the Alps Summit on the chest piece, because it gives me a yellow mod slot for that 18.4% skill repair mod, right? Now the talent on the chest piece is gonna be the Unbreakable. I went with the Unbreakable to make it more survival type of build, but if I want to do more damage, I could add that I don't know, any other talent that does more damage in here. right now I recommend Unbreakable because it helps a lot. And then last but not least, on this build for the last brand set, we have a Cheska. We had to have a Cheska, right? Because Cheska will give you 10% critical hit chance by adding 1 to your build. The core attribute is going to be weapon damage, which I have max in here. The attribute I have skill repair, which is max in here. I roll it in there, and then critical hit damage almost max. So this is almost a god roll right here, if I want to call it, right? Yeah, but adding a Cheska, very important, is a 10% critical chance from the brand set itself. So as you see, all of the brand set, all of the pieces have a purpose on this build. So the way I made this build, I'm very satisfied the way the build came up, because it really comes up together, right? Like a puzzle, it goes on place and it works great, at least for me, and I love it. I use this build on solo the most, and sometimes I use it on a group also. When I'm going with a group, like I said, I might change the MG5 for the Bullet King, just because I want to shoot without stopping. So the Bullet King I can just put in there. If you guys don't have the Bullet King, just go with the MG5. Now the skills, you know, we have 2 healing skills. We have the Restore Hive, and then we have the Fixer Drone. So my Fixer Drone is healing me for 46,000 HP per second, and then we have the Restore Hive, which is 153 HP per charge, right? And we do have a 23 charge on this hive. But let's say if instead of the gunner you go with the technician specialization, 2 of that will, I think, heal yourself to the max, right? So yeah, just try and see which specialization you want the most. You want more healing, go technician. If you want more DPS, just keep the gunner. But yeah, let's go to the stats real quick. So on my MG5, I am hitting for 85,000 on that weapon damage, 54% critical hit chance. I want to have at least over 50 critical hit chance, and then critical hit damage 100%, right? So that's what I have for the MG5. For the M1A, we do have 50% critical chance. Once again, I want to have at least 50%, and then on critical hit damage 116% critical hit damage. Now those numbers are not high when it comes to critical hit damage, because you can hit really hard with critical hit damage, but remember, we're going with a lot of repair skills. This is not like a full glass cannon type of build, right? So yeah, the weapon damage on this M1A is going to be 455, which is still a lot of damage for a M1A, and still one of the best guns in the game as of right now. But yeah, so that's the build, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think of this build. I do enjoy reusing it. It's very interesting. I can use it as a solo player, especially as a solo player. As a fact, it will help me a lot, and then I can also use it on the group if I want to. But yeah, it's just something different. I'm tired of going all DPS. I feel like you can still do a good amount of damage, not going full DPS, right? So yeah, this is one of the only hybrid I have so far, but I'll let you guys know if I make more hybrid builds. Are you guys interested in more hybrid builds? Are you guys interested on healing and, you know, and DPS type of things? But yeah, let me know all of that in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video though. If you enjoyed the video, hit me with a like, would appreciate. And then yeah, if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more. I'll catch you guys next one. Peace.